here with you for another EFT tapping video, and today we're going to be tapping on having the Midas touch. Do you ever feel like everything you touch turns to a disaster, or nothing ever really works out for you the way you want it to? That you seem to be sort of paddling really hard and not getting very far very fast? Well, I know I had one of those days just recently. We all have them, where we feel like nothing's working for us and we feel really down on ourselves and despondent. And you know, the only way that you're going to succeed is to be able to get through those times, which sometimes they can drag out for days, weeks, even months, that you feel like things just aren't working the way you want them to, and you feel like you're going nowhere. But if you keep maintaining your focus and moving forward, taking positive action, then eventually you will get to where you want to go. But if you have this feeling that nothing ever works for you, then you're not going to stick to it, and you're going to give up before you achieve the goal that you have set for yourself. So what I want you to do first is rate the statement, "Nothing ever works for me and everything that I touch turns to disaster," on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being that it's not true for you at all, and 10 being the most true it could possibly be for you. Okay, now we're going to work with EFT to help to clear any of those feelings that you might have. So start by tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I feel like nothing works for me and everything I touch just turns into a disaster, I profoundly love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel like I'm trying so hard, but nothing works out the way I want it to, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though no matter what I do, I just can't seem to achieve my goals, I choose to love and accept who I am and how I feel. Okay, now tapping through the point, starting with the eyebrow. Nothing I do seems to work. There must be something wrong with me. I keep putting things into action, but nothing turns out the way I want it to. I feel really disappointed. I feel really discouraged. I must be doing something wrong. I'm really tired of not getting anywhere. It seems that everything I touch turns into a disaster. I would just like to achieve something really significant. That would make me feel a whole lot better. What if I'm not meant to succeed? What if I'm cursed in some way? Maybe I'm just doomed to be a failure. I'm really tired of not achieving my goals. And nothing I do seems to work. I just feel so overwhelmed. I feel really quite hopeless. And I feel a bit worthless. I feel quite powerless. Because nothing I do seems to work. I just never seem to get any closer to my goals. I wish that something I did would just work. because I'm tired of feeling like everything I do turns to a disaster. Okay, take a breath and release it. Okay, fabulous. Now I want you to go back and rate that statement. Nothing works for me and everything I touch turns to a disaster. It will have come down a bit. Now what I want you to do is keep tapping on those phrases and things that are more specific for you. How do you feel about where you're at right now and all the things that you try to achieve and don't actually happen for you? And then tap on those, because the more specific you can get to how you feel, to what's going on in your life, because your life is different to everybody else's. This generic tapping will definitely help, but you're not a generic human being. You are completely an individual and you have your own unique set of circumstances, your own unique programming, your own unique emotions that have built up inside of you. Work with those specifically to help bring that down to at least a 2 or below. And once you've brought it down to that level, then continue on with the positive tapping round that we're going to do right now. So again, tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I still feel quite helpless, like nothing ever works for me, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I still feel like everything I touch turns into a disaster, I am ready to embrace a new belief system and know that as long as I stay focused, I will succeed. Even though I still feel powerless and hopeless, because nothing I do seems to work, I choose to embrace the truth that failure is an inevitable part of success, and that as long as I stick to my goals and dreams, everything I touch will turn to gold. Okay, starting on the inside of the eye. I know that I must fail if I'm going to succeed. And I feel like it's an endless road of failure at the moment. But I also know that success is a habit. And as long as I stay focused, I will succeed in the end. I choose to believe that everything I touch turns to gold eventually. It may not happen as quickly as I want it to, but as long as I stay focused, success is inevitable. Just because it hasn't worked so far doesn't mean that it's never going to work. Sure, I've had some setbacks and disappointments, but I choose to know that it's all a part of the journey, and brush it off and focus on where I'm headed. I choose to believe that everything I touch turns to gold. And I choose to be patient and kind to myself. I'm definitely never giving up. So I may as well focus on where I'm headed and let go of all the disappointment. I choose to know that I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Just because it's not happening the way I want it to, or as quickly as I want it to, I am determined to do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes to achieve my goals and dreams. And I love knowing that everything I touch turns to gold eventually. Okay, take a breath. And release it. Okay, rate that statement again. Nothing I do ever works for me, and everything I touch seems to turn to a disaster. Now, the truth is that success is a habit, and most of us have not formed this habit from when we're small children. And we tend to feel that if we fail once, then we've failed for a lifetime. It's not true. Once you start to build the habit of success, and you just need a couple of small successes to be able to build that belief within you that you can achieve what you want to achieve. So stick to your guns and build that belief within you that everything you touch turns into a success, and you will be absolutely unstoppable. So that's it for today. Happy tapping, and bye for now.